There are two main points of scientific discovery that have been made in both the 20th and 21st centuries, which flat out contradict Big Bang and established dogma concerning nebular hypothesis and how planets are formed and stellar evolution. Here I'll read a short biography for Halton C. Arp. Mr. Arp received his bachelor's degree from Harvard College in 1949 and his PhD from California Institute of Technology in 1953, both cum laude. He is a professional astronomer who, early in his career, conducted Edwin Hubble's NOVA search in M31. He has earned the Helen B. Warner Prize, the Newcomb Cleveland Award, and the Alexander von Humboldt Senior Scientist Award. For 28 years, he was staff astronomer at the Mount Palomar and Mount Wilson observatories. While there, he produced his well-known catalog of peculiar galaxies that are disturbed or irregular in appearance. Arp discovered from photographs and spectra with the big telescopes that many pairs of quasars, or quasi-stellar objects, which have extremely high redshift Z values and are therefore thought to be receding from us very rapidly, and thus must be located at a great distance from us, are physically connected to galaxies that have low redshift and are known to be relatively close by. Because of Arp's observations, the assumption that high redshift objects have to be very far away, on which the Big Bang theory and all accepted cosmology is based, has to be fundamentally re-examined. I'm not going to provide a picture in this video, but I will overview some more of Halton Arp's work, but that's for a later video. In other words, this is one of the main discoveries in science which establishment astronomy ignore and accepted cosmology cannot come to terms with for some reason. The other main discovery I'll present in a little bit. Hang on. The other main discovery of the last couple years is that plasma, gas, liquid, and solid are all interrelated. Now keep in mind, this isn't the discovery in itself. This has been known for quite some time. The discovery actually is just applying it to astronomy. The enthalpy of the system gets hotter, or that's what enthalpy is, basically heat. As the energy of the system gets higher, the plasma moves up this little ladder. And as the enthalpy of the system goes the opposite direction, plasmatic material recombines into gas, which deposits the solid and crystalline structure, and it condenses into liquid structure, and it freezes into solid structure. This is basic thermodynamics and needed to be applied to the stars. Here is an artist's illustration of all the stars in various stages of their metamorphosis. The young ones are plasmatic, the middle-aged ones are gaseous, and then you have the liquid and solid structured worlds, which are a lot smaller than the host star. This is a good artist illustration to show how abundant all these objects really are in the universe, or I should say just in our galaxy alone. This is just looking out on a clear, dark night. You got to keep in mind that the big bright one isn't the only one there. There are more evolved stars orbiting it. And this can be summed up with one simple graphical interpretation. The star cools and shrinks and dies and becomes what people call the planet. In other words, we are standing on an ancient star at the very end of its evolution. This is the other main discovery which flat out contradicts Big Bang creationism and completely replaces the nebular hypothesis because no disks of material can create spherical structures. It would be in violation of the conservation of angular momentum. Laplace knew about that back when he invented this nebular hypothesis, but astronomy, being as groupthink as they are, completely ignored the fact that the answer was sitting right in front of us for how planets are formed. All a planet is an older star. So, in summary, we have Haltenarp making the discovery that quasars are not at their proposed redshift distance, which can be illustrated with a simple graphical interpretation, even with coordinates available. This was made in December 1950. Here are two quasars, both along the axis of IC 1767. Basically, these were ejected from the host galaxy. There they are. Very interesting stuff. Meaning the Big Bang never happened, which is pretty bad for people who get taught Big Bang and all the popular media. It just means they have no idea what they're doing, but that's one discovery. And the other discovery is that planets are not mutually exclusive of stars. They're actually the same exact objects. It's like a baby becomes an adult. It's pretty basic stuff. A baby isn't mutually exclusive of an adult. It just grows up, it gets older.